everybody, it's Mrs. Sam's here, and I just thought I would check in with you guys on your comparing fractions. I hope you used your Khan Academy there were 2 lessons there on comparing fractions. One that has like denominators, so both of your denominators, for example, would be 12. And there was a lesson on when you have like numerators, if both of the numerators were 5, for example. It's really easy when you have a picture because you can look at the picture and look, here's, for example, are 2 circles that look like pizzas. You can look at the shaded pieces and decide which one is greater, which one is less. But it gets a little confusing when you don't have a picture. And if you look on page 103 of your workbook, you will notice that these ones don't have pictures. So you need to change these into some type of equivalent fraction. So when you're looking at 3/4 and 7/8, you want to first look at the denominator. So here we have a 4, here we have an 8. Okay, we need to decide what those have in common, for example. So I know, for example, that I can change 3/4 into an equivalent fraction with 8 as the denominator. We've done this before. This was last week's work. How do I get 3/4 to be equivalent to something with 8 in the denominator? Remember, we do the wheel. We're going to multiply by 2. So 4 times 2 equals 8. I need to do the same thing up here to the numerator. 3 times 2 is 6. Now that I have made this an equivalent fraction, it's easy to decide which fraction is larger, 7/8 of a pizza or 6/8 of a pizza. Let's look at this one as an example. Here we have 7/9 and 2/3. So we need to make these into equivalent fractions. I look at my denominator. How can I make these similar? So I like to look at this 3. How could I make this 3 into a 9? I have to think about my multiplication facts. If I want my 9 to be in my denominator, how can I do that with the wheel? Oh yeah, I think about my multiplication facts. 3 times 3 is 9. I'm going to do the same thing up here with my numerator. 2 times 3 is 6. So 2/3 is equivalent to 6/9. Now it's very easy to decide which fraction is greater, which fraction is less. Hope that helps. Bye-bye.